I don't even know why that just cut off. Either way, how what I was saying before is, how are you going to help you? How are you going to help you? And I thought about it. I really thought about it. And I said, in order to help me, in order for me to help me, I have to first admit that I'm gonna have to do this at a microcosm level. You know what I'm saying? Like being a doctor and going into surgery. I need to investigate it at the most minute level and build upon that until I can kind of like gain the diagnostic and the symptoms for it and then heal. Because if you can't help, if you can't diagnose what's really going on, ain't no helping. So I had to tell myself, I said, what's the one thing that's preventing you from actually bossing up, evolving, or just expanding your life? I said, because you're always helping people. You're always helping people, and you're gonna help you help yourself last. It's because that's who you are. You're a giver. You need to learn how to tell yourself and admit that no one's helping you. Better yet, no one's helping you the way that you can help you, which is gonna make you more fired up. So what happened was, this is what it is. What happened, there's a point in everyone's life. There's a point in everyone's life when they're gonna hit like a, I don't know, like a plateau. The wrong word. Like an iceberg, kind of like a tipping, what they call it, the needle in the haystack. There's a point in everyone's life when the needle is just, something's going, bing, it's gonna fuck it all up. You know what I'm saying? There's a point in everyone's life when it's just that one last little, you know what I'm saying, to trigger you. And I started telling myself, like I had went, this really was, like I live in Atlanta. I'm not from the South. So everything down in the South annoys me. But this is what it was though. I went to this little, you know, what they call it, this little corner in the hood, like this little back alley club lounge thing, right? I go there trying to support my own. Wrong move. I go there. Business awful. And a lot of times when a black business, it's like we support because we are of the same kind, not because of the establishment itself. What's up, man? How are you? So, you know, after that, I supported. I got finessed with the whole establishment. Spoke to the establishment. They said, I can't get my money back. And I'm like, it was your fault. Then he said, you could come back. Tried to finesse me, thought I was stupid. He said, you can come back. You get a drink on the house, and you can get in free. But I'm like, if the place open at 3 a.m., it's a nightclub. And from 3 to 5 is free. How I get in free if it's already free? So then I said, okay, boom. But God do everything to trigger you so you can evolve. God was saying you ain't supposed to be here in the first place. But you had to experience it to know that you're not supposed to be there in the first place. So I go there 2 more times. I go there 1 more time. And the vibes was just like, God was already telling me like, yo, this ain't even your vibe. And I was like, then what is? He was like, your vibe is not, you're gonna have to build it yourself. Like, the same way they didn't build all this, you know what I'm saying, all this crap, the same way all this exists, the same way that exists, you can build your own. You just gotta have a big imagination, and you do. You can do it. You might not be able to experience all of it because you'll be older, but those behind you will. I'm like, all right, cool. I went there one last time, and the energy of the whole atmosphere felt dead, and I felt this inside my spirit. Energy, whole juke joint vibe was dead. Only energy in there that had life was mine. He said, once you leave here, it's gonna be no one here. There was only like 3 people in there, anyway, and 2 of them were strippers. One of them was the bartender, and the other one was like the bartender helper, or like the little DJ girl. So I'm like, yo, this shit is dry. Luckily, I got in there free, but I'm like, either way, free or not, this shit is trash. Y'all need to pay me for coming. Anyways, thing about it is this. If you want change in life, you're going to have to leave your whole environment. Basically, everything that is you has to die off. The whole thing. Because what happens is if you continue to feed, if you continue to help what is not your truest story, your story will never, it'll never come to fruition. It'll never come to fruition. Like, for instance, I don't know who's on the other side of this, but if I keep helping you and the help is not reciprocal, ain't no way I can produce what I want to produce in this world. It's impossible. Because I'm investing more into your life, genuine help. But on the flip side, you are either giving minimal help or no help. And it's just a war of givers and takers. This is what it is. You know, and here's another thing. The thing about help. Certain people only help certain people. It's sad, but it's true. Certain people only help certain people. So I had a homegirl, right? And she's pregnant. I don't know who got her pregnant, but he wasn't doing his job. But she was okay with that. He had a whole nother girl. She had a baby. So I see her, and then like 6 months later, I ain't see her for like 6 months. When I come back, her stomach don't look big, and her titties ain't bigger. You know what I'm saying? Because, that's what usually happens. So I'm like, how you lose weight? Your titties aren't even big because your body would have produced the milk and whatnot. I'm like, did you lose the baby? Mind you, she ain't see none of that. So I'm like, how you look smaller? I'm like, did the baby die or something like that? Because none of this makes sense. Like, ain't none of this part of the story make any sense. What? Where did? None of the story made no sense whatsoever. None. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, none of the story made no sense. Sorry, I was looking for something. Yeah, none of the story made no sense. Not none of it. None of the story made no sense. And the thing about it is this. None of the story made no sense. And she came back and told me straight up, she was like, yo, I'm a taker of energy. I'll take your energy, and I'm sorry, but I don't got no one else to talk to. So I started thinking about it. I said, yo, so you're a taker of energy, but you don't return no energy back. I said, the only one I can blame is myself. So then I told her, I said, listen, if you're not gonna come here with favors of weed, sex, or head, I don't got nothing to say. I don't got nothing to say to you. But in my heart, being as though she was so distraught, I couldn't bear to hurt her even worse. Mind you, even though she already knew what time it was, but my spirit knew, like, you're not supposed to even be digging down this woman because her energy is lower than yours, and that would be a disrespect to yourself. And, the head as well. But I told myself, I said, listen, don't judge yourself on your kind deeds. Do it and leave. You know what I'm saying? Do it and leave. And that's what I did. But The reason why I told that story was because a lot of times in life, people know for sure when they're using you. They know when they're using you, they know when they're taking, and they know when they can't give back, but they'll do it anyway because it's like a tit for tat, like a give or take. Certain people in this world will only give to takers because they're really takers themselves. Kind of like when a woman has sex with one guy and not the other guy because the other guy that disrespects her, she in some way knows in her heart that she owns a part of that story. Now, the other guy, she won't have anything to deal with because she knows that this one, he has potential on leaving me in ways that I can't, redeem myself. Kind of like the better version, it costs more. It's more expensive, but it's healthier. A lot of times in life, we need unhealthy environments because they're cheaper. It costs less. You know what I'm saying? It costs less. So we desire those circumstances even more, And but yeah, that's all I really came to say was that if anyone's watching this, don't take life too serious. If you're a man and you're dealing with a woman, do your best to treat her right, but don't give her all your energy because you need energy to find a purpose. You need energy to produce the purpose. Or better yet, you need energy to allow the purpose to continue. For a woman, don't give a man everything. Know that he knows God and know that he can do somewhat something for you. As much as you need for you to feel content. Don't lose faith in life. Don't lose faith in yourself. Know that God is real. What else? In this new age, try not to see life as I need a job, I gotta go to school. Try to see life as I'm gonna leave this earth one day. In the meantime, did I make myself happy? If you live your life in that aspect, the likelihood that you'll be happy will be very high. Very high. So, what I'm here to say is this. Live your life to be happy, right? And try to find others to live your life with that are happy as well or trying to be happy on the level you're trying to be happy, what you call equally yoked. If my desire of life is very, very, very similar to your desire in life, we can match up. Many people in life don't even care about none of it, and it's unfortunate. So you have to see it like that, in order to produce a better lifestyle for yourself. Because this life that we live is very. I'm not gonna say sad because it's really not. This life we live can be better. I'll put it like this. This life we live can be better, but we have to want it to be better. We have to want it to be better, and we have to want better for not just our life in general, but in totality. You have to want better for all things of your life. It's the only way you're going to find not happiness, but peace. Not happiness, but peace. It's the only way you're going to find peace of mind, not just in your city, but on earth. You're going to need to tell yourself, kind of like if you were in school and someone says, well, what after you get your degree, what do you want? That what do you want is the answer of life in the school analogy. When you complete life, what do you want? And then try to get what you want when you answer that question. That needs to be the answer. That's the answer. And it's okay if you can't find your answer. Because some people graduate from the university, don't know what the fuck they want to do and be working at Starbucks. It's okay. know that the money you invested in university should definitely pay off to something bigger than your trials in the university. Now, to break that down, say you want to be a doctor. All the money I put in the school, academically and financially, it should pay off with me, with enjoyment, with being a doctor, and the money that it takes to be a doctor. Same thing with life. Whatever you put into life should come back, and you should receive the dividends of enjoyment of life and the works that you put in life. You should want to do it. So that's all life is about. It's about finding your happiness, finding your peace. Finding your happiness to be peaceful. Because if you ain't happy, you're never going to be peaceful. So that's what I can say about this. Don't take life too seriously. Only take it serious when you really know inside, with your heart, spirit, and soul, what you really want to do. That's when you can start taking it serious. Otherwise, this shit is play. Enjoy life. Only take it serious when you know it means something. It'll keep you happier longer. Talk to y'all soon. Oh, and one last thing. Don't let the system, don't let the algorithm, don't let the simulation trick you to making you think you're behind when you're further. God is the only answer. He's the answer to all of it. If you ever need help or reassurance, don't go to YouTube, don't go to Instagram, don't go to TikTok, don't go to Snapchat, go to God. If you don't know who God is, ask him, and you shall receive. Just say, God, let me seek you. Find me. He's going to come up in a randomest way. Find God first, and all the answers will come.